Made in the USA, the Tighty Clamp is a simple tool that will create a very tight wire clamp where you might normally use a screw-type hose clamp. A must for all toolboxes, this clamp will create a permanent clamp that will secure a hose or just about anything, especially useful in emergency situations. Begin by multiplying the diameter of the work by 7. Double that number and add another 6 inches. Our hose in this video is about 1 inch in diameter, so we need to multiply by 7, double that number to 14, add 6 more inches, so our length of wire now becomes 20 inches. That should be more than enough to get the job done. Now straighten the wire as best you can and fold it in half, making a small loop at one end. You can start to wrap the wire around the work, holding the loop with your finger. Continue to wrap the wire and pass the 2 loose ends through the loop. Still holding the loop, make sure the wires are separated. And wrap the loose wires around the work once again. Pass the wires again through the loop once more and pair the wires on the work to maintain a nice neat clamp. Now you can start to apply a little tension on the wires before attaching the tool. You will notice that the tool has a slot at the end of the threads, and there are 2 holes in the ring. Pass the loose wires through the holes on the ring. Catch the loop in the slot and gently pull the loose wires before bending the wires down across the clamp. I like to cross the loose wires so I can hold them in place while I apply tension. As you can see, the tool is ready to apply tension. Check to be sure your wires are aligned around the work and begin rotating the knurled ring counterclockwise. Please pardon my thumb, I'm simply holding the wires in place. The wires are beginning to constrict around the work. This is a good time to make any adjustments to the wires before they start to get too tight. I'll try to hold the wires below the loop so you can see what's happening to the wire. Turning the knurl counterclockwise, the wires are starting to become tight. I like to rock the tool a little. This distributes the tension equally around the work. You can begin to feel the tension in the tool. This acts like a screw jack, which is extremely powerful. The wire is now beginning to make an impression on the work. This will be a very tight clamp when you're done. This clamp will actually constrict tighter than a typical screw-type hose clamp. That's about tight enough. After you've done this once, you'll start to get a feel for how to tension the wires. Now you can lock the wires by swinging the tool 180 degrees. This secures the clamp. Allow the loose wires to slide out of the holes of the ring. The clamp is now locked and ready to finish. Notice the wire is very tightly clamped around the hose and in many cases tighter than screw-type hose clamps. Finish off the clamp by twisting the loose wires together. Do not use pliers to do this because it will work harden the wire and possibly break it. At this point, you don't want the wires to break, so be careful. Simply twist the wires like I'm doing. Use some wire cutters and cut off the excess wire. Using pliers, I like to make a bend in the twisted end. Push the cutoff end down into the hose to bury the barbed end. Notice the end is safely buried so you can pass your fingers over without cutting yourself. The clamp is completed. Tight, safe, and permanent. Think outside the box. You can clamp more than just a hose. Any place you can use a hose clamp, you can use a Tighty Clamp. Fix wood broom handles, hammer handles, the uses are endless and up to your imagination. This concludes our demonstration. I thank you for watching.